Hi, Bob's Adventure. How are you? Murphy's Law. I'm going to say hello to everyone. What's up? It's live tonight. Raven Song, hi. Hello, how are you? We have so much to talk about tonight. I'm good. How are you? I'm a little bit better now. I will explain as we'll just give it a little bit for everybody to get in. If you hear a lot of barking, loud barking this time, it's because looks like the internet might be a little funky. We'll see how this goes. How is everyone tonight? You're gonna hear like a big dog barking. Hey, stop it. Ay, ay, ay. Bernadette, hi, how are you? I'm just giving it a few for some people to get in. I was just explaining if you hear a big dog barking, I'm at someone else's house. So I will explain everything. And it's really sweet what they tried to do so I could do my live tonight. I'll turn yours around. Let me see. You can see that. Wait, where's it at? Hold on. See if I can show you. I helped them clean up out here, so they said start her a nice fire so she can do her live. So that was nice of them. Hello, Chris. Okay, so hopefully I said hello to everyone. I can't make anybody a mod. I'm not from unless Lauren N gets in. Glasses on. Ugh, hot mess. So how unstable. Might have to move this up to the deck. Let's see. I don't know why it's doing this. Okay, can everybody see and hear me okay? How am I feeling? I felt better, but I'm feeling, so that's good. I tried to put it on the tripod for this live. Brooke Trout, hello, how are you? How's it going, Bake a Leg? I'm just getting back to town from the boonies of Michigan. Oh, I hope you had a good time. So I did try to set my phone up on the tripod, and which means I would have had to turn the camera this way. I don't know. It just didn't want to cooperate, so. And it's a shame too, because the person's house that I'm at, that I helped do a lot of chores today, have a fire pit. It's right in front of me, and they lit it and everything so I could do my live. But unfortunately, y'all can't see it unless I can go like that. Hopefully y'all can see it. I don't know. Did anybody just see that? So maybe Lauren N will get in here. It's gonna need probably a couple mods. Lots to talk about. I think that's the title that I put. And I know Bob's Adventure, I know he knows how to mod, but I don't know how to set it for this particular program that I'm using. So Bob's Adventure, if you're on here and you can walk me through how to make someone a mod, let me know how to do that. And I did state, if he's here, some big dogs barking, I'm at someone else's house that have 3 big loud dogs, so we are gonna go with it. Boone, hello, how are you? Glad you could make it tonight. I was just saying we were just gonna let some people get in. I'm at someone else's house doing my live, so if you hear any loud barking, it's their dogs. That was nice of them. Are you staying there? Wasn't that nice of them? I guess it was Thursday. A friend of mine came, and it's just such a long story. I'm going to try to tell you it all, but I'm trying to see if I'm going to have to end up putting this one dog in the house, because the unfortunate thing is they have a doggy door. So, you're all right, Soph. I'm well, thank you. Good, I'm so glad you're here. Yeah, I took a shower here today, and like, hopefully the title went through. I said lots to talk about. My friend Thomas's roommate owns the house that I'm at currently right now, and he's knew that I was in a tent for like a week, and then I did my live last Sunday on what looked to be manicured grass, is what David Hoteling said, that I'm going to lose subscribers if I don't go deep into the woods, da-da-da-da, that it looked like, you know, private property that I was on. And so I ended up calling my township and whatnot, and just, it was fine. Somebody voluntarily cuts that part of the grass there. So moved the tent back, and it was interesting to say the least, between the ticks and everything else. And so I am currently at his roommate's, which is, it was the woods. Yeah, I know, but David didn't think it was the woods. He was saying I was being stubborn, I'm going to get arrested, I'm going to get into trouble. Which, I mean, could have been him being concerned, but may have went about it the wrong way. Simple Life Reclaimed, hi. What's up, girl? Hope you're doing all right, hanging in there. I'm trying. I am trying. I am currently at my friend's house, who, it's his roommate's house. They basically, hi Lindsay, how are you? No, I'm not in the woods anymore. Week there. Hi Gavin. So yeah, long story short, so last Sunday's live, my tent was not deep in the woods, and I guess David felt as if it needed to be deep in the woods. I just got freaked out, and you know, I called the township and stuff like that, and just right where that manicured grass was, you couldn't have the tent right on there, which I didn't, but you know, you could camp far back. Hi Kristen, how are you? So right now I'm currently well, Thomas, I had to call him and tell him what was going on when I was deeper in the woods, and he said, start taking the tent down, I'm coming to get you. And actually my grandson even showed up right as I was dismantling the tent, and Thomas came with his roommate who owns this house, and picked me up. And so I think it's been like 3 days I've been here. So I got to take a shower and lay on a bed, which was great. And then the next day I cleaned her entire kitchen, her outside patio, and the downstairs bathroom, just to pull my own weight. And from what I'm hearing, I could stay here till August, but I don't really know anything really more than that. And then today, probably look sunburned. Today I helped her. I've been helping Jean, which is the woman that owns the house. I helped her to weed, and we cleaned up this whole area, like I said, which was really nice of them, because she told so that I could do my live. So that was super nice of them. Yeah, he's a guy friend of mine. I mean, it's her house. I mean, if she says August, it's August. If it's longer than August, I'll let everybody know from then. But it's only been like 3 days, and I've been, you know, really trying to step up and help her out with cleaning and planting and weeding and things like that. So yeah, Thomas is my friend. I didn't know Jean, other than in passing, like hi, and she used to give my son a ride to work every now and again. But awful nice for her, for her to let me stay here for right now. So yeah, so I'm just trying to pull my weight, and do as much as I can to help her out. I'm on this app, obviously from my phone. I did try to put it on the tripod, but to be honest, I was going to stay in the tent longer just to get a break because the move literally killed me. But then I had some incidents there at the tent between the torrential downpour that happened and water got in the tent, and this whole thing with David, saying I'm thick-headed and stubborn and I'm on private property, and I wasn't. He was talking about the city and all, and I'm not in the city. That's township, so it made me scared. I'm not going to tell a lie. I always said I would keep it real with my subscribers. I started calling the township, asking them questions. Am I allowed to camp in the woods? And, am I doing anything illegal? Then they passed me around to Parks and Recreation, and you just had to be deep into the woods. So, stayed for as long as I could until some things just started to happen, and I put a call into Thomas, who said start dismantling that tent, coming to get you, and he did come with Jean, and Jean gave Gavin a ride home because my grandson showed up. But here I am. At least I have a roof over my head for right now, and a shower and a bed to lay in. So I don't know. I've been there for David, and so he's not speaking to me, and that's okay. But, he lives in a totally different state, and townships run a little bit different. I think he might have just did it out of concern. I'm not really sure. Thinking that I was going to get arrested and whatnot. I'm sorry you've been going through so much, but dang, you're a strong woman. Proud of you for keeping your head up. I'm trying. Simple Life Reclaimed. I'm not going to front. It has not been easy. Chris is on here. I have terrible anxiety. I'm not near where my gardens are. I'm away from my kids. Look, I'm going to get choked up. I'm just trying to deal with my anxiety, because I'm out of what I'm used to, so. But I'm trying to hold my head up. I'm so sorry you're going through this. Yeah, I just cannot believe all this happened. So let me backtrack on last Friday. I think I was up for over 72 hours trying to get everything done. Thank God for my son Johnny, who got a truck. Was able to help with his friend. Sorry, I don't mean to be getting choked up. Let me pull myself together. So yeah, Johnny did a lot of work. My 25-year-old son. It was pretty much just me the entire time, just packing, running off a bare minimal sleep. And then, I guess Thomas just said, go in and put the air on and just lay down for a little bit with the dogs. I did that. And at 10:30, they were banging on the door. I told them that it was illegal what they were doing, that they couldn't do that. And he said, yeah, watch me. The property manager, who was a secretary, was just hiding like in the alleyway. And I had a rabbit that was there, and he's like, oh, we're locking the rabbit inside the house. And I'm like, you can't do that. It's inhumane to the animal. So it went back and forth. And then I asked him if he knew a particular person, which is my son's friend, and he said, no, why should I? And I'm like, well, you're a sheriff, aren't you? And he was like, no, I'm a constable. And I was like, oh, okay. So that explained a lot right there. Just rude, like I said, was, working in Chicken Homestead. Hi. So he was just mean, and basically, and I had stuff outside. I wasn't stupid. I made sure everything was out front, because once, you know, they changed the locks, you got to go through them to get the rest of your stuff. But the thing that really disturbed me is I have a super teeny tiny little dog. I think Sophie might be like 3 pounds, and he was freaking her out, and she kept running up the steps. I had Coco by her collar. The leashes were in the car. My SUV was packed to the rim, and he just kept like yelling, so she kept flying up the steps, freaking out. And he basically put his hand on his gun, like, do you want to get your dog? I was like, what are you gonna do? Like, she's a 3-pound little Yorkie. She's not a Rottweiler. She's not a pit bull. So just a terrible experience overall. And then I had to stay with the dogs in the vehicle for a little bit, and then we found a shady spot, and I put a blanket out for them with water, and until Thomas showed up and helped me put the tent up. I got into the tent probably about 5 o'clock, and me and the dogs just passed right out for 2 hours until my niece called to check on me, and then my one friend John asked where I was, and he came to where the tent was, and we played a couple rounds of cards, and I just literally told him I can't even keep my eyes open. I'm so tired, and I fell asleep, but I'm still kind of on tent life. I was going to sleep when it was, you know, dark, and waking up at 4 o'clock in the morning. So before the David situation of like, you're on private property, and I showed him, I think it was Aquarius, Homestead Aquarius, on last week's live said, don't fear animals, fear people. And I remembered that. Hi, Brian. Welcome. So I remembered him saying that. So the spot that I picked, I made sure I had 2 exits out of there. And he brought that up too, like, oh, you know, I don't need to tour, and you should be deep in the woods where there's trail cams. I was just completely just baffled. So nonetheless, stayed in the tent for a week, and then we're close, yeah, I would say a week. And then my friend, I called him up, and he said, start taking the tent down, we're coming to get you. And him and Jean showed up. This is Jean's house. And like I said, the next morning I woke up, I just hit the ground running. She was at work and cleaned her whole kitchen, the outside deck, and the downstairs bathroom, just to pull my weight. And today it was like in the 90s here, and I helped her weed and, you know, clean up the fire pit. And I helped them stack a bunch of wood, which I'll try to turn these around so you can see. I helped them do all that today. I helped her weed the garden. So there's my little dog, Sophie. So she was like super nice. Live. So at least I'm here, and it's somewhere for now. So let's see. Did I miss anything? That's okay. We're all here for you, even if it's just online. We're listening. Hugs. Oh, thank you, Simple Life. Very good work on, if it's so hot. Yeah, I don't want to be staying somewhere where, you know, I can't pull my own weight. So, and I have they put my refrigerator and freezer in their garage. And so I've been letting them take meat out of there for like dinners and stuff like that. Yeah, I mean, I am safe. I have a roof over my head and a bed to lay on and some water to take a shower. I'm just having a hard time adjusting because I've never been in this area before. And, you know, my first experience for the ride to go down to the community garden center was not the greatest. I'm not even going to lie. Well, Thomas tried. He took the back road, but then on the way back, he took a different way, and I was just hysterically crying. I think it's my system's just on system overload. I suffer really bad anxiety, so I feel like, I'm out of my bubble, which I am. And I've had to talk to Chris a few times on the phone, crying, because just unfamiliar. I, just feel bad. So, anyway. So, yeah, so whatever I have to do to try to help them out, I will do that. And I was there 6 months ago. I had to leave the state. What state did you have to leave? I'm probably not going to say it right, but let me stop getting choked up over here so I can actually see the comments. I'm sorry, I've just been through a lot. And I was going to post a video the other day to explain what was going on and just let everyone know I was safe, but I'm not here to bash anyone, and I was kind of upset because I've been there for David and he completely bailed on me when I needed someone. So, Michigan, oh, so sorry for all you have been. Judith, now I need to take a minute. Judith Davis has been writing me emails and all, and I wasn't able to respond because I didn't have any service. Talk about a wonderful person keeping me informed. Is sending something. She needed an address with it, my name. I asked their permission if it was okay. If something can come here. She's sending something here and a little something sweet for the dogs. I mean, God bless your heart, honestly. I don't feel tough as nails. I'm even now, I gotta stop crying. Let me pull it together. I'm just emotional, that's all. Because everyone's been so kind and, trying to be helpful. And I, from the bottom of my heart, really appreciate it. So I want you all to know that. Probably should have brought a tissue. I didn't even think I was going to cry, but Judith, thank you so much for all the emails. Sorry I didn't get back right away, but I didn't have any service. Once David scared me and I moved the tent back further, I didn't have any service whatsoever, so. But I promise I'll get it together. I don't know the whole story, but you will get through this. Real quick version of the story. Didn't want to renew the lease after 12 years because they're just out for the money. It was a great townhouse, and we just went into the yellow, and the governor said no one could be tossed out of their home, or even if they were a renter, even if they owed money, which I didn't. And well, we see how that worked out. I'm trying, Linz. I really am. I'm trying. You need to come here and visit me. The dogs will go nuts, but that was another thing. Let me explain that. Once Thomas and Jean came to pick me up, I have a big fear, huge fear of big dogs. My daughter will tell you, I'm petrified of big dogs. And they have 3 big dogs. And I had my 2 little dogs, and just said, come on in and we'll figure it out with the big dogs. And so far so good. I mean, I accomplished one major big fear, which was the dogs. They had 4. One just passed away about a week ago. Bruce did. And so Powder's a little iffy, but he's been fine. And then they have a Coco. I just call her Big Coco. My place is up for sale. I'm looking for another place myself. Oh my gosh. I hope you find something. It's just the whole money situation and them rent gouging here, and so yeah, but so needless to say, back to the dogs. I mean, that was a huge accomplishment, was to be around the dogs, because they're big. My daughter has big dogs. I don't know, I think these are bigger. And we're doing pretty good, me and the dogs, because, you know, I'm trying to make friends with them, so I was giving them some treats, and I got caught. Thomas and Jean were like, okay, now with the treats. I said, well, I just want them to be my friends. So it was just kind of funny. Oh, I could have used you girls when it was trying to do that packing. It was just crazy. It was just me packing and lack of sleep, and so, and then spending, you know, a week in the tent, and I've been here for the last few days, and, you know, like I said, just trying to help out the best I can. So they have Powder, which is really big. I forget what breed he is. Molly, which she hears I'm talking about her. And then Coco. They have a Coco that's like a brindle, pretty big. I just call her Big Coco. So that's pretty much the news. This is where I'm at. But Judith, there's some in the box. Wait, okay. Judith said there is some in the box. Okay, I think I must have missed something. I'm trying, Kristen. It's just hard because I don't have anybody to really ride me down. Well, John Pitsy, Jean and Thomas, my friend John, they were fine. You know, you can have over who you want, and that was super nice of them. And wait till tomorrow. They will be your best friends. Dog treats galore. Oh my gosh, Judith. Thank you so much just for everything. Oh, it's tissues. Yeah, and then she's sending something. I mean, the only communication and some of the videos that you saw, except for, you really have to excuse me on my days. I have my days so screwed up. So today is Sunday. Friday's video, Thomas gave me a quick ride down to the garden center to do a video. I just whizzed through it. I don't even know if you heard the tone of my voice. I just sounded depressed and sad, and I did that. And then Friday night they left my friend John come here. We just sat out on the back deck, and then he was so nice to come up here on Saturday to take me the back way so I could go down there and weed, because the weeds were getting out of hand. Jean's liking all the fresh lettuce and radishes and stuff that are coming out of the garden. So yeah, so I was going to sacrifice my one bed. The carrots had so many weeds in it, and then a woman, Terry, that gardens there, said, it's okay, don't worry about it, I'll weed it for you, because she knew I was in a tent too, and she knew where I was at in the tent. She even tried to tell David that it's common ground and open property is what that means, and the rest of it was just all wood. So yeah, I mean, I'm thankful to be here right now. Just a little scared because I'm out of my element. I don't know anyone but Thomas, and I mean, I'm just starting to get to know Jean, but I just feel bad because I'm in her home, and so I just try to do whatever I can to help her out. I don't know if they'd be willing to say hello on camera. They're inside, but I'll give you a quickie little tour. Oh, why did that pop up? Hold on. And hopefully there's no, what do they call them? I was going to say bad people that come in the night, because I don't, unless Lauren or Minnie come in, they're automatic mods. So, but it was super duper nice of them. We cleaned this whole area up back here today, and like I said, she told Thomas to go out and make sure that there was a fire going, And she's like, that's not a fire, that's smoke. So it lit. So that was nice of them. So that you guys can see a fire when I go to turn it around. But this whole area was just full of wood. You couldn't even move. I'll give you a little tour. They put that up for the shade for the dogs today. And this was all full of wood. And we did all these racks of wood today. I helped them stack. We did the garden. There's little Sophie. There's the back deck. Pretty big, decent size yard. And there's a garage that has my fridge and freezer in there. So, yeah. So, did a lot today. Yeah, troll, that's it, Chris. And I may have a tissue because I brought out a sweater, not that I would need one. I wore jeans even though it's super hot here because my feet and ankles have been getting chewed alive. So we have 14 people in here. Hopefully everyone hits the thumbs up because somebody always hits the thumbs down every time I do a live. So, hey, I hope you're doing well. You have been in my prayers. Lidbit, yes, hi, welcome. I did see your one message. Well, you were on for last Sunday's live. I think you left a comment, was I at a campground? No, but I kind of wish I was. You know, I don't know if you're just joining, but yeah. So I ended up having to move the tent back further because you just couldn't be on the hairline of the grass because somebody voluntarily cuts that grass. But nice home and nice yard. Yeah, they do have a nice yard. I mean, you know, they have bigger dogs that dig little craters. Thomas was filling it up with dirt today, little spots. So, just trying to help Jean out as much as possible. She actually came out today and said, we're going to take a break, it's too hot. Why don't you come in and cool off? And I just kept going. I started raking the grass and stuff like that. So yeah, I mean, I was going to do like this emergency video when I got here. Because today's Sunday. So like Thursday, I think I did the video. But I'm not going to bother to post it now considering, you know, everybody will know where I'm at. So all I know is I can stay here till August. But she asked me to unpack some of my food and put it on the shelves, and I didn't understand that. So I went to Thomas and I said, why am I having to unpack that stuff then? And he said, well, you just never know. So we'll just leave it at that. But thank you, everyone, for keeping me in your prayers. Lidbit and, you know, Judith. It's just, I mean, honestly, I think the only emails that I just recently saw, as a matter of fact, Judith, I just wrote back today, was because I didn't have any cell service. Not for that anyway. But as soon as I got here, you know, it took them a hot minute, but they have internet here, and he put it on my phone, and then he put it on my laptop, so. And Jean didn't know that I did YouTube, but she does now, and she told him to go make a fire. So a big shout out and a big thank you to Jean for opening up her home back there and giving me a place to stay, considering, I mean, you know, we didn't really know each other. So 15 people are in. And Brian Lousy, I always think I say it funny. How are you doing? How is everyone doing? And thank you, Simple Life Reclaimed. Very good work, hon. Yeah, just gonna, you know, do whatever needs to be done. Just not in a position to keep losing weight. Like, my shorts are falling down. It was just, it's just been crazy. So this was the first time. My face is so sunburned, but I had to put on a little cover up underneath my eyes and everything because they were like totally burnt. I think it's the first time I put mascara on in, I don't know, a week and a half. I didn't want to look like total dog poop on here. And it's want to get chewed alive by the mosquitoes. I have enough bites all over me. And yeah, ticks, that was a whole other story. So is everyone still seeing and hearing me good? It's saying 14 people in here. So a bunch of thumbs up for Jean for opening her home and letting me have somewhere to stay. You always look good. I don't look good at all. I'm losing too much weight, and I'm just trying to snap myself out of, the whole crying thing. So yeah, that's a tea jug. So funny, Judith, because I don't know how this ended up in my hamper basket. This is from my house, from the Pioneer Woman, and I love this thing. So I took mint from the gardens yesterday because Jean likes mint, and I didn't want to leave it down there. So I brought the whole bucket of mint up and filled it up with some iced tea and, threw a bunch of mint in there. I probably should have been drinking a lot of water today, but that is a blessing. So glad you were safe. Deliberate 1980. Yeah, I mean, I think the area where I was camping was fine. Camping, living in a tent. It just wasn't a campground or anything like that. Where the manicured grass was, is called open property, is what the township said. Allowed to have the tent right on there, so I had to move it and put it back into the woods. Think of happy thoughts when you are feeling down or alone. It helps a lot. Gardening with Kristen. Christian or Kristen? Welcome. And yeah, I'm trying. I'm just so used to, with my anxiety, I would just go garden, bake something, cook something. They're on a keto diet here, which is just eat meats and vegetables and, Oh, Lauren, it's okay that you're late, honey. Are you still in the same state? I am still in Pennsylvania. Rattletrap Fishing, welcome. So yeah, glad you're in here because I didn't have a moderator. So, but everything's been pretty good so far. Felt like a lightning bug just went down my throat. They're flying all over. I have a funny story about lightning bugs. So last Friday when I went into the tent, and my friend had said to me in advance, wherever you're going to be, just let me know. And I did, and he came down, and he stayed the first night in the tent with me, which was really awesome. And thank God he did, But when I told him I can't even keep my eyes open, I'm so exhausted. It was like a little mini light show. I took a little video of it. I could try to post it to YouTube, but I don't think you'll get the same effect to it. It's super dark, but they were lighting up. They were in the rain part of it, and just lighting up the inside of the tent. That was super peaceful, and I just passed right out. Everyone say hello to Rattletrap Fishing. I just got done crying, Rattletrap, so you kind of missed it. It's probably a good thing. Murphy Law, I have to go. Bye, everyone. Bye, Murphy. Thank you for stopping by. And everybody's stuff went out, too, by the way. There was 3 people that didn't get back to me that I don't have addresses for, which I did bring the names out here. Are you doing okay? I'm trying. I stayed in the tent for a week. David kind of spooked me out and was trying to tell me I was like on public land and I'm stubborn and I'm gonna get arrested, and it so freaked me out. How I didn't belong there. It's manicured lawn. I'm gonna lose my subscriber. To call my township to get information to see if I was allowed to be there. What was the situation with the grass? And they have a volunteer that cuts the grass. You just couldn't have the tent on the grass line. It had to be in, back further in the woods. But yeah, so I don't know. He just kind of up and ditched me, and that was very hurtful because I have obviously had his back, and a little sad about that because when it's saying internet connection is unstable, I just felt like I was becoming like a bother to him or something. So it just is what it is. So he told me I belonged in the deep woods where and it's fine, it's listening. I needed to be in the deep woods where trail cameras are. I mean, I needed a place to stay. It was a tent. I knew nothing about trail cameras or, I just had to worry about ticks and deers and that type of thing. But, just having to move the tent was a little bit of a pain. Well, first that big storm came and I didn't have a tarp underneath, so I got some water in the corners, but nothing major. But I mean, overall, I was okay. And like I said, my friend John came, and because I went in there at 5 o'clock in the tent on Friday, and me and the dogs passed right out for 2 hours until my niece Erin called to check up on me. And like I said, I just paid attention to, I think it was Homestead Aquarius, who said, don't worry about animals, worry about people. So I thought the spot that I picked would be safe. It was 2 exits out. If you went straight, you could get out to the main street. If you went to the side, it would lead to the gravel stone, which off in the distance would have been the raised garden, like the community garden center. But I don't know. I guess David didn't think it was an appropriate place for me to be. But I mean, I called the non-emergency police number too, and they said I was okay, but it just freaked me out. It just scared me, and that's all. So, and then, for the newcomers that are just popping in, after some time there, something was going on, and I called Thomas and told him, and he said to start taking the tent down, that he was coming to get me, and he came with his roommate, which this is her house, and yeah, so that's where I'm at now, in Jean's house. You may hear some fireworks in the background. FYI, storms is rolling in, keep an eye out. Well, no storms here, just fireworks in the background, which, not too many dogs like fireworks. So yeah, thank you, Rattle Trap Fishing, for, being concerned, and, good old boy 76. Howdy, y'all. Hi, how are you? And in case I didn't say this, I'll say it again. All the prizes are out of my hands. They're in the mail, so I have no control over when you'll get them and whatnot, but they're all in the mail. Don't worry, David will come back. True friends always stick with you. Well, that's what you would think. And then I found out the CP Outdoors, big shout out to him, because Judith Davis told me about that in an email as well. That CP did a morning live and kind of dedicated it to me, and which I'm not going to cry again. Just, basically went on. If you aren't subscribed to his channel, please go over and subscribe. It's CP Outdoors. He did a morning live and said, our friend Bake-A-Leg needs our help, if anybody can do anything. And I found out thanks to Judith Davis, and I went under the live and left him a really nice comment. Mary Ranch, you've been in my prayers. Thank you, Mary. I really appreciate it. Mike's Bees and Gardens. Hello, everyone. I know there is problems with mail being late with delivery. Well, actually, some people not having their addresses, that was a little bit of the holdup, and my state only going into the yellow, but didn't stop them from putting me out in the street. I have to get to bed, Mel. Have a good night, everyone. I'm just going to call you Chickens Homestead, because how do you pronounce that? Wiccan Chickens Homestead. Hopefully I didn't butcher it too much, but thank you for joining. It's nice to see you here. If you see a couple odd videos that come out, it's because right before this situation, whatever videos I had in my computer, I tried to upload Bees and Bikinis. Hi, Bees and Bikinis. How are you? Welcome. Thanks for joining. Yep, but call me Missy. Thank you, Missy. Thanks for being here tonight. Just thank you to everyone for, you know, saying prayers and being concerned and everything. I'm not going to cry again. My heart is just really filled because I feel like I seriously had more concerned strangers than, you know, people that actually know you. So, but just thank you, everyone. I really, really appreciate everybody's prayers. If you could still keep praying, that would be great. And thank you again, Missy, for coming in. Fossil Creek Kennels. Hi, how are you? Can you hear the fireworks? If I actually see them, I'll turn these around. You should get a fireworks show. That's, since they were, I'll show you where I'm staying. They did a nice little, well, it's starting to go out a little bit, but a nice little fire pit for y'all. That's courtesy of Jean, who did that. So, yeah. Let's see. Thank you for having us. Oh, no problem. I'm just grateful that I can actually be somewhere that has internet, that I could do my live, and maybe now try to do some videos. You might see, like I said, a couple strange ones, but I did do 2 videos from the garden center yesterday because my friend John picked me up. I didn't cry yesterday for the ride because, like I said, this is completely out of my realm here. He took me a back way to there and a back way, like a little fork in the road up, and it just felt like it was quicker. So I was able to do a video, like 2 videos from, you know, from there. We all love you. Thank you, Chris. Thanks, Bees and Bikinis, for coming in. Mary Ranch, good old boy 76. I did not know you could be kicked out of your house at this time. Cantalod, thank you. See, great comment, because this happened Friday when they were there, and I literally called him out and said, you can't do this. And he said, you want to make a bet? Because I'm doing it. And that's exactly what he said. They're just so hard up to get someone else in my place that's willing to pay, I don't know, $18, $19, $75. It's just terrible. So, I mean, I need to just try to come up with the money to get an apartment. Then worry about suing right now, because that, believe me, I'd like to sue the townhouse that, you know, the 2 guys that bought it, and then the township for allowing that to actually happen. Let's see. Can't all do something about this. I actually thought about calling the police that morning, good old boy 76. I just didn't want the drama. I was up for over, I don't even know, 74, 76 hours. Just crazy. So I was more worried about my stuff. Mike's Bees and Garden. Hope all is well. We were thinking of you. Thank you so much, Mike's Bees and Garden. If Lauren is still in here, we have some new people that are joining us for the live tonight. If she would like to show some love and post everybody's page, that is what I'm about. Bear with me. I will get on to your channels. I always will subscribe. It's just who I am. I will give a thumbs up and I will watch 3 videos and comment. But if Lauren wants to post people's pages, if she's still on here, I'm all about helping everyone out. That's fine. Bees and Bikinis, I apologize because it was my very first time in your live stream. And for your 250, congratulations on that, by the way. And Papa Roach, I don't know, who's not even affiliated to my subscribers or my channel, was in there being so rude and mean to me, telling me to get out and all this other nonsense. How I'm a clickbait channel because, you know, he wants his pack of seeds. You know, I did explain my state just opened, but he's not even affiliated with me, and I think David literally blocked him for being so rude. So I'm really sorry that he took that over to your subscribers during your live Bees and Bikinis. I deeply apologize for that. Let's see. I am good. Did you get my info to send the gift card I want? I did, and it is in the mail, Fossil Creek. Everything's out of my hands now. It is, hopefully it won't take too long, considering, you know, post office kind of just opened. But what was it, Chris? I think they opened like a week. I think last Sunday's live, was it? I don't know. It's been a week. But anyway, everything's out. But yeah, Fossil Creek, congratulations on winning, and enjoy your card. It's definitely out there. Hopefully it doesn't take forever for you to get it. Hope all is well. We are thinking of you. Thank Mike's Bees and Garden. Really appreciate that. I'm good. Okay, yes, I answered that one. I have been there. I lived in my car for 6 months before I was a wreck. That was 20 years ago. You know, it's crazy, Judith, because, you know, I was a single mom. I got married. I didn't expect to be left to raise my children by myself, but just is what it is. I've always worked, had 3 jobs. I've never been in this situation. So it's hard enough to miss your kids, you know, and then to... Now I'm going through this. I felt bad because my 25-year-old went to Myrtle Beach, North Carolina, where I sent him to college, and I was so upset the one day, just crying like, I can't do this, I can't breathe, I don't feel well. I really was sick for like the first 2 days I got here with severe migraines. I literally have ulcers on the top of my roof of my mouth, so it's been hard to eat. And he just wrote back like, Mom, we'll find something. So, I mean, no mom should do that to their 25-year-old, but I'm just upset about everything. Let's see. Yeah, I don't know where Lauren is. I don't know how to make anybody a mod on this app. It's totally new to me. Lauren N., who's a great mod, was just in here. But normally we show lots of love here and pass everybody's channels around. Just make sure, if you do subscribe to any of these wonderful channels that are on here tonight, to go in, thumbs up, subscribe, and watch some videos. If not, you'll lose them as a subscriber. I know, Judith, I'm probably gonna need lots of advice from you. Maybe we can exchange numbers. Judith Davis has been a blessing, leaving me emails. It's been awesome. Find a pro bono lawyer. You might be able to get to home for free. Laugh out loud. Yeah, I mean, it really is. Great advice. Good old boy. Good old boy 76. Our mail never stopped. Where are you at, good old boy? Yeah, our mail never stopped either. Full-time dream. Hello all. Hi. Mike's Bees and Gardens. Boone. Chili, your channel looks interesting. I subscribe to you. Yes, everyone. You know, if you're new here, thank you for joining the live. I might have to move onto the deck with the light. Oh, Arkansas. I'm on the road to 1K again. Dang. IT took 160 people from me. Yeah, Fossil Creek, that drives me crazy. Every time I'm like at like 250, I'll go down. I think I'm at, I don't know if somebody can look. I think I'm just a couple short of maybe 260 now. But it's just crazy how it does that. Vaughn has I call her Vaughn. It's technically Boone. She has a great channel. Everyone, please go over, subscribe, and check her out. The same with Bees and Bikinis. She has an amazing channel. I started to watch some of her videos, but you know, then I had to pack and move, then go live in a tent, and now I'm here at my friend Thomas's roommate's house. Full-time dream. Hello all. Arkansas, saw that. 257, Lindsay says. Yeah, I'm just trying to get to 260, and I'm like, ugh. Oh, I like how you say it, Mel. Well, I think David Hotellings, he kept correcting me. It's Boone, not Vaughn, or however I was saying it. And I'm like, my bad, you know. But I'm going to show you this again, and then we're going to back deck so I can put the light on, so you will get a little bit of a tour. And I also have to walk back because I also want to open, isn't this super cute? Before her dog passed away, she had a little mini deck put on because his legs were bad, poor thing. But this is the deck. There's one of the Poochies. And I'm going to turn. Some big dogs. Let me grab that package because I have to make sure that I say the name right. I can't like walk in my glasses. They're only really meant for me just to see. But just hang tight, folks. We are gonna move this up there. Oh, don't you start. None of that. That would be Molly that's barking. I had to take my glasses off so I could walk and see at the same time. I forgot there's not a light back there. Okay, what did I miss? Ah, there's some light. Yeah, see, I'm all sunburned. Hey, I tried to cover it. So let's see. Let's catch up on a few comments. Sounds low and loud. Okay, it doesn't bother Voon how I say her name. I need to get a tripod. Bee inspection videos are tough to do one-handed. My daughter's friends will hold the camera. Lindsay did as well. on the tripod. Like to live that tripod for that. Messing with bees. Oh, house on the hill, but I never got it. That's why that Papa Roach, who was being like mean to me in Bees and Bikinis giveaway, like just looked fishy. Like they only go there for giveaways. But you didn't see me saying like, oh, they're a clickbait channel. I didn't receive my honey. That does sound awesome, says Boone. I have a long... Okay, let's wait for this internet. Okay. Good old boy, I will do whatever I can to get you to where you got to go. So anybody that doesn't have good old boy 76 as a, you know, or you're not subscribed, go subscribe. He's at 134 right now. Let's show him lots of love. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and watch a couple videos. It is pretty dark here in North Carolina. Okay, Fossil Creek Kennel. I am not wanting to get monetized. I just want to go live again on my phone like the old days of YouTube. Fossil Creek, can you not go live now? Well, good night all. I have an early morning and need some sleep. Mike's Bees and Gardens, thank you so much for showing up. Wait, do you want to wait a second? I'll show you what I got. Let's see if I could do this. Okay, let me go grab this 1 second. I have something to show and I want to make sure that I say the right proper name. I was hoping that he would be on the live tonight, but this was absolutely amazing. My subscribers are amazing. I'm going to throw a piece of wood on the fire for them because I'm sure they would probably like to come out here and enjoy this tonight as well. Hang tight, folks. So it helps with the bugs. In case they want their little area back. Alright, let's see. I'm just grabbing my tripod. I'm just going to have to make it shorter so that I can have a free hand. Okay. I'm going to try to lean you like this for right now just so I can make my... so I can make my tripod shorter. I don't think my iced tea glass wants to hold you guys up. Let me just lower the legs. See if I could do this one-handed. And now I have to lock it. Shorter. I don't have the greatest little tripod. I just use it really for my phone. But I had it all set up over there. And unfortunately, it wouldn't let me go straight up and down. Let me see if it'll let me go sideways for a second. Oh, hold on. Okay, let's see. Again. Let's see. Yeah, Mike's Bees and Gardens, since you're going to be going to bed early, you might want to watch tomorrow and you'll be able to see an unboxing. I'm headed to bed. Keep your faith. It will get better. Continuing to keep you in our prayers. Thank you, Lidbit 1980. I really do appreciate that. Big time. More than you'll ever know. 135 now at Good Old Boy 76. Yeah, everybody shows channel. Lots of love. You know, all these great channels. No YouTube took subscribers. I'm back down under 1K again. I'm pissed. I don't understand why they do that. I mean, I get it because I've been at 250 something umpteen times. And then they would bounce me back down to like 220. So I'm just, my goal is to get to 300. That's where my goal is. Let's see. I can go live on Streamlabs, but it's a little spotty. Chris says it's pouring where he is. Fossil says it buffers too bad. It's not raining where me and Kristen are at. It's not raining here either. Let's see. Yeah, me and Lindsay and Cordell are at a resort in the Poconos and it's clear. Oh, that's nice. Glad you guys, you younging kids are getting to go away and have a little fun. Hello, Judith from Fossil Creek Farm. How are you, sweetie? I just send you. And thanks, Lindsay, Kristen, everybody for, you know, being in the live tonight. I appreciate it. Even though you are supposed to be, you know, in the mountains having a good old time. Make sure you come see me, Linz, when you get back. I could use a friendly face. I will be back in a few, going to fry up some Spam for supper. Yo, I like Spam with eggs. I ain't even gonna lie. Not even gonna lie on that one. Spam, ham in a can goodness. Fossil Creek. Judith Davis says, hello, Fossil Creek Kennels. Definitely will. I hope so, Linz. I need some familiarity, I was trying to say. Just somebody familiar. Chris says he never had Spam. Tell me what happens when I turn this sideways. Let's see. I do not want to screw this up. Hold on. Okay. Can you all still see me, even though it makes the comments a little weird? Only just for a minute, because I wanted to show you what a subscriber had sent. And we figured we'll open this. Spam and mac and cheese. Judith Davis, when I was a kid, my aunt used to make that. No joshing. So before I go and do this, can everybody still see me okay? I might be a little sideways. But I wanted to show you I'm going to ask you, you're sideways. Well, I know, it's just for a minute. Okay, I need you to do me a big favor. And that is to go over to Michael Sherman Gardening, Woodworking, etc., etc. That is exactly the name of the channel. He is the one that had sent me this. Because of my situation and where I was going to be Fossil Creek Town, I'm going to jump off. Hold on, folks. And my friend was in the military and said that this is amazing. I mean, what a thoughtful thing. Can you all see that? Hopefully it's not upside down. He sent me this with the tank. It's not a cheap thing either. It's an MSR Whisper Light International Multi-Liquid Fuel Stove. How nice was that of him to do that? And then it comes with the canister that you just need to fill up to the fill line. He doesn't have very many subscribers. He did a full video on this product, which I had no idea how to even, I didn't even know what it was. Super great person to do that. Let me take these off of this for a second. Don't mind my hand. Super nice of him to do that. It was an awesome gift. And I mean, literally, like tax and everything. That's just craziness. That thing's like $100. Oh my Lord. And then Thomas was in the Marines and the Army, said that he used to, it boils water very quickly. He said that they used to live off of oodles and noodles in the military. It boils very, very quickly. Mac and cheese with Spam chunks is awesome also. It sure is. Going to jump off for a little bit. Sorry to hear about you getting kicked out of your house. Yeah. Well, I don't know. It kind of sounds like I got kicked out, like I didn't pay the rent or anything. I don't know. They just didn't want to renew my lease. I was there for 12 years. It's hard to adjust. But yeah, Boone, wasn't that an awesome gift? I mean, and that's so that I could use it in, you know, at the tent and everything. So we're still talking about Spam. Let's see. Thank you, Fossil Creek Kennels, for coming. I really do appreciate it. Fry up some Spam with Jack Daniel's barbecue sauce. Let me see that one. Barbecue sauce, and then make a nice sandwich. Really, I would have never have thought to do that. I know, Judith, wasn't that a great gift? I mean, these little stoves are so expensive. There it is, right there. So I'm going to do a video, a major shout out to him for doing that. I just didn't want to look foolish and forget his name. He literally, I think, had my comment and one other person commented on the video. But it's Michael Sherman Gardening and Woodworking, etc., etc. is the name of this channel. If y'all can go over there and thank him for sending me that, that would be awesome. What's Chris talking about? That place is disrespectful. Oh, I know. I've been there 12 years, and I kept it very, very nice, and this is what it is. It's a new chapter, I guess. Have you eaten any dinner, Mel? Tonight, actually, we put some hot sausage on the grill, you know, from out of my freezer. And Jean made some cauliflower rice. I think that's what it is. And broccoli. And I did couple peppers from my garden. It's just hard to eat, especially hot sauce off of my mouth. I was just telling Minnie about that. I spoke to Minnie the other day to let her know what was going on and where I was at. She's another one. I tell you. So, I mean, I have my mouth burning. They have just enough for one sandwich. What about your garden? It's concerned. Once a week. This could take me. Freaks me out when it's driving. even but you know, when Jarrett was still that, you know, and then with the virus and everything going on, that there would be plenty of food. It just fixed us very quickly. Whoops. Like dropping years old.